In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the internet's #1 D&D 5e play podcast. I'm your host and DM, Alex. To my right, I have
Dash as Thrakis.
Bentley as Rafiri and Night Meadow.
Rhett as Strummer.
Caleb Ascori.
Milo's Bowl.
And last we left our adventurers, they had just completed the tournament at Cords Coliseum, defeating the Galandorian elves, the elven wizards, conceding the battle, bowing her head in defeat. We'll let the adventure begin. And so, Riff, I do want to start with you. She has conceded basically to you. You were ready to go with your Shadow Blade nunchuck attack. Yeah. It's all out in the open now.
Where's that slide whistle? Other way.
What? No. Get your own slide whistle, bitch.
Riferian, what do you do to your defeated opponent?
So I'll look. It's a she wizard.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as you can tell, and kind of the whole crowd's just kind of like waiting, like they're not sure if it's over yet. Everyone's on the edge of their seat. Oh, what's going on? Oh my gosh!
Hello, she wizard. It is I, Rafiri Night Meadow, Shadow of the Silver Song, Shadow Monk of the Age, etc., etc., etc. No one ever knows who I am. Are you conceding, or is this some sort of elaborate trick? Because if it's an elaborate trick, I'm going to ready in action. Actually, I am going to ready in action because my deal is I want to go in and like grab the wand, and if they try to get physical, I'm gonna sweep the leg.
Okay, no, good call. That's what these elves are known for is illusions and deceit.
I'm an illusionist too, I see your tricks.
And she looks down at you in a respectful manner and bows gracefully and says something. It's not Elvish, not anything that you would quite know, but has some mention of the Shadow Song monastery. And she says, illusionists of your ilk are very interesting. We do concede to you, Master Riferian.
Riferian, it's fine. But
Riferian.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's a language thing. So I'm going to take your wand, and when I take that, it's done, right?
Yes.
Ghost chucks ready. Sweep the leg ready. All right. I'm going to go out and I'm going to pick up the wand.
And it explodes, causing... No, I'm kidding.
Oh, my hand!
Fireball, TPK! Oh!
You pick up the wand, nothing happens. It does seem as if she is conceding.
Okay, so then I sort of back up and I hold it up in the air like we did it.
And the crowd goes wild and cheers. The nobles up in the balcony start clapping, and the crowd goes wild. You guys have won. You are the tournament winners of the week-long tournament of Cord. You've been through many battles for this, and you are victors. Competition comes out from beyond the gate. Kind of clapping. The two little halflings go and tend to the elven archer, make sure that they can get up and move around. Took a beating. The other halflings kind of start tending to the not tending to the displacer beast, but begin hauling away the displacer beast. It got just really roughed up, and they're going to probably cook that thing up tonight.
Hey, we tenderized it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very nice.
Ball and chain, or chains, or is it chain that like headbutted it, like rolled into it, and
Yeah, Chain was the one that killed it.
spinning,
spinning headbutt,
ball
like a
attack on
Blanca. You went across the stream like in Street Fighter, right into that Bobo, tenderized it.
I feel like Strummer sees him hauling away, and he's like, "Oi, extra paprika on that makes it covers up the bitterness."
Then little Halfling gives you like a quick little thumbs up as they're like putting ropes around it and are gonna haul it off. But competition kind of gathers everybody up. It says, "Come! You are the true winners today." And he addresses the crowd and the nobles up top. He says, "We have ourselves the victors of the tournament. Everyone, you have gathered here for Cords Coliseum to witness true competition, and we have found that today. Each one of these soldiers, these druids, these formidable opponents have brought what they have to the battlefield today. They have put it all on the line. And I present the wolf pack to you all. Lord, lady, these are your champions." And the crowd erupts, excited, clapping, hugging each other. You see in the audience the little old lady that runs the library. You see the gals that are wanting to go on a trip to the Silver Coast.
My friends and his sisters.
Wait, what's that?
My friend and his older sisters, the rich kids.
So they're up in the balcony with Zephyrus and the Lord and the Lady. They're little. He's up at the balcony clapping, and Zephyrus is just loving all of this.
Oh Lordy,
Zephyrus,
what
I
a
do
show
mean
of force!
Adrian.
Ball goes ahead, lights up
the
another,
three kind of
wolf balls sign.
Yeah,
the wolf, yeah. The kind of misfit rascals that you had inspired out in the training area, Wolf, are there, and they are absolutely pumped. Though they seem about 5 to 10 beers in, and the crowd quiets down after a little bit, and the Lady Mira approaches the balcony as everyone kind of quiets. And she is kind of holding something near her, and she says, "Wolfpack, you have done a great service to the land of Turalin. I present you a contract for great deeds. Please take this and do what you've done today out in the world for the kingdom of Usama." And she kind of holds it down, kind of drops it down to competition, which brings it to you guys, and you are offered this contract, which is in a more ornate looking kind of package than the contract you've already acquired. It's kind of this gold leaf tube on either end, and it's got a scroll inside that has the details of the contract.
Can I open it up and look at it?
Yeah. You're gonna present it with it, and you pull it up and take a look, and it's taking a quick glance. It looks like this also contains an objective down in the wastes of the mages. Most of the focus of Usama is down in the wastes. This one is a bit more detailed than the one you had before. It mentions a specific place that has been scouted, but apparently there are some dangers there that the local soldiers have not been able to deal with, and they are looking for more skilled people to be able to enter into the Tower of Chaos, they are calling it. Abnormal effects happen around the area of this tower that the mages have left abandoned. And a few of them are noted, growing extra eyes well near it, extra limbs, some sort of time dilation effect. It seems like an odd place, but they on the bottom, it shows a reward of 3,000 gold.
Does the location kind of match up with the professor that I'm seeking out, the Tiernan?
So yeah, Tiernan is down at basically the outpost that's down in the wastes, and it looks like everything is kind of coordinated from that outpost. So it mentions to find out more information from that same place, and to head there if you want equipment to be requisitioned, or supplies, or any extra information about this contract.
It appears Cord wants us down in the wastes. That is where he's calling us. I can only hope that I would not be a failure there, as I was today. And Thrakus just hangs his head.
Just slap his back.
Wolf.
Why? It's all right if you never
Boy.
fought a displacer beast before.
I comfort him. I pat his thigh because I think he's 7 feet.
It's hot out. My hands were slippery. I couldn't get a grip on the axe. It happens to a lot of men.
Competition puts a hand on your shoulder and looks at you and says, "This was not life and death, Thrakus. This was a battle you knew you'd won. This was not where Cord finds his glory, although everyone seems to be happy that we have seen competition today, but no one was saved. Do not feel
true.
you have failed anyone. Your
That's-
compatriots
Yes.
were able to do the job you were not. And that is why we keep cohorts like these."
That is true. I am only strong as the weakest link, and as I look around, this is a strong chain.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Yeah, everyone looks at you, though.
Well, I mean, dang it, I keep going as ever.
You did, yeah.
It's all right, Mr. Telbrun. You threw that javelin like real good, mate. It's all good.
And competition kind of goes around and shakes all of your hands and gives you just a night, just an affirming shake and smile. He's happy to see that you've all won. You see, he's genuinely excited at this outcome, and then goes to the elves and just kind of tends to them, just to make sure that they're not hurt too much, that they're not going to cause any problems. The Lord and the Lady give their thanks to the people attending, and it looks like the tournament is winding down.
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Like, where do you guys need protection next?
Thrakus, can I have the slip, please? I'd like to
Yes,
hold on to it.
certainly. Here you go.
I take it. I put it in one of my packs. This is something very interesting to me. I have business in this area, and I hope maybe you all would join me, and we could take this.
Yes,
Well.
I was planning on this being our next adventure. We should go home to our mansion and rest up, store up provisions, pack clothes for those of you who wear clothes, and steel yourselves because the journey ahead is going to be rough. And I love it.
You guys
Oi.
let a slip of paper like control your lives then? Like that thing tells you what to do next?
It gives us certain advantages that we may not have otherwise.
Huh. How about that? I've never got that from a slip of paper before, so it's like pretty cool then.
Yes,
Powerful piece of paper.
paper can do a lot of things. I could show you a thing or two, and I pull out my deck of cards and kind of shuffle it around and do some magic tinkering. Just kind of give a little show with paper.
Do you cast any cantrips?
No, I don't have to use any cantrips. It's
Son of a
just
bitch.
alchemy stuff.
Yeah, that's all features.
Fine. Oh, that's rather cool. That is, yeah. Like, no, I guess paper is like better than I thought it was.
Yeah. I
Yeah, this
town. I don't know if anyone cares to join me or not. I wanted to talk to someone about the rift that opened and that warlock that kind of took our friend's soul.
That's
Yeah,
right.
like-
There was a couple of students from the academy who attended and said that they were going to meet you afterwards.
Yeah, that was the hope. Yep.
Also,
yeah.
like, I was waiting to tell you all this until we all back together, but there's like a rather special type of like warehouse or something over at the docks. It's suspicious. Anyway, do with that what you will. I can put it on a piece of paper if you'd like.
Because paper is special now.
It appears we have too many balls in the air currently.
I'm sure the warehouse will still be there after like going and doing the other things. You know?
Right. We should focus on this contract. This is where Cord is directing us.
There's no 3,000 gold in this warehouse. I'll guarantee you that.
Right. That's also another major motivating factor.
Well, there could be something interesting in it.
Yeah, maybe like
We could maybe split up. I don't mind talking to these people alone if you want to go investigate the warehouse. I mean,
I don't know, mate. I'm supposed to like protect you all. It's like rather hard to do that if we keep splitting up, you know?
well, you could come with me, Strummer.
Did they give us the gold?
No,
No, mate, we gotta
the
go-
contract.
We've got to like.
So we didn't get
do
gold
what the
for
paper
winning the
says.
Coliseum?
No, the prize for winning the Coliseum
Is
was
the
this contract.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The prize is to
More
Do
work.
more work. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is more work.
Gotcha.
Congratulations, you got yourselves a job.
You might
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
It's like sounds like kind of like what it's like to worship Cord. It's like worshiping Cord just leads to like more worshipping of Cord. You know, it's like there's no
Worshipping
rewards.
Cord leads to more glory and accomplishments in battle. And
Right.
overcoming the enemy, the greatest enemy of all, yourself.
Ah.
Learn a lot.
I'd be like a rather simple enemy for me to defeat since I know all my tricks. You know.
This is true.
Mr. Ball, I have a question for you. The people that you're going to go speak with now, would they happen to have any knowledge if there's possibly a transportation portal on to where we're going?
Old
Or-
baby seem to have a lot of knowledge about those kinds of things. They came here.
Yeah, because I think that might be easier than hoofing it, so to speak.
Yeah, not like the mechanical one.
There was a portal somewhere here in town that went.
Yeah, we can get back to our mansion that way.
There was
In the
another
garden.
portal, wasn't there?
Oh.
Wasn't there another portal that goes?
Yeah,
to
there was one. There was
base?
one kind of in the cellars of the academy or whatever, but we were not supposed to go back to that one. They wanted us to forget that
Right.
everything
Oh.
about it.
The one that Julia sent you to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
I don't
I
think
mean-
I don't think we have the coordinates to go back to the castle though. We just could leave from it.
Yeah,
You could
we
leave
have
from
to
it, yeah.
walk back.
If
Yeah.
somebody had the teleport or teleportation circle spell, then they could get to the castle. But it's a one way to the city, basically.
Okay, so we
Oh,
have
that's
to
the
walk
right
back
bummer.
to the mansion.
You'd have to walk back to the mansion.
Oh, at
Okay.
least that way we don't got like bad guys coming in through there
Mhm.
like a
Yeah, yeah.
Trojan horse, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So what do you guys do?
the tall mechanical fellow seems like your leader now. So like whatever he wants to do, I'll follow him around.
Would you rather speak to them alone, or would you like a little backup?
It's always good to have a companion to, bounce ideas off and whatnot.
I'm a
Sounds
great sounding board. Great sounding board. In fact, I can mimic any sounds you make if you'd like me to.
An owl.
I make an owl sound.
Oh, you cheater!
No, you have to do it. You had to. No, you got to RP.
You just got to get a soundboard now.
Yeah.
Well, I
Peter's
do
got
have
that.
one, but it only has Arnold Schwarzenegger
No,
quotes.
no
Huh.
soundboards. You have to learn how to become a professional voice actor.
Only there was one of us that was.
If only.
Oh.
Mr. Ball, I'll follow you.
I'd follow you too, mate. Let's go do it. Let's go and figure it. Let's go do stuff.
Just do stuff. I do have to burn a spell slot to bring back chain, and it takes a minute, so we kind of
Okay. And yeah, that's going on while you guys are kind of discussing and in the center of the Coliseum there. But
Does anybody
you,
want to heal me?
Look for some guys in some robes.
if you want to spend hit dice, anybody, you can go ahead and just do that. As,
Yeah, I'll do a
as
short
you're
rest
taking a
or
short
whatever.
I'll do
rest.
that. All right, then.
Ball, you and whoever's kind of coming with you, you make your way kind of out through the door, and a lot of people are gathering outside, wanting to kind of shake your guys' hands, get to, tell you you're going to buy a drink later, things like that. But you make your way to two young-looking humans in the arcane garb that you would expect from the school that you were talking with, that has the archmage, and they see you as well and come up to you.
Hello. Are you from the college?
Yes. Mr. Ball, the archmage sent us. Very good show. We don't tend to be able to see such things when we're out doing business. So, thank you. That was very.
I'm
very
glad we
good.
could put on a good show for you. It's always a pleasure to show off our skills.
Yes. So what does seem to be the trouble? You mentioned something, and he kind of pulls out a scroll that's got some notes on it from some kind of extra dimensional pocket, and says, mentioning a odd rift near your home. What does seem to be the problem?
Yeah. Well, we went to free some Kenku that live outside of our friend Zephyrus's home. And as we were, trying to release them, this insane creature just kind of opened a giant rift and pulled us all into it. We had to fight him inside of it.
I see.
Quite
It
scary.
made them all
It
look-
tentacles and eyes and all kinds of eerie things.
And they looked weird,
Gosh.
and it made us all look weird too.
Interesting.
It gave us
He's
unusual.
writing notes down, taking this all in. Is genuinely interested in kind of what you're talking about. Says,
Are we around
um,
this, or is he by himself?
if
I
you want to
asked
do
all
a
of you to
follow
come
him,
if you wanted
yeah,
to.
you're all kind of in the general vicinity.
Right.
And also, it seemed to sap the life force out of its minions when it wanted to.
I see. And a Zephyrus it was near a home, Mr. Zephyrus.
The Chateau de Magnus.
Chateau de Magnus.
Chateau de Magnus. Oh, interesting. Writes that down.
There's like a little creek that go off into like the Kenku forest before you get there, and that guy was kind of like bossing all the Kenku around, and then he took us into like this different dimension. What's crazy is you could get zapped outside of the dimension and come back in, or you could stay out there. So it's like you were, I don't know, Scory, what was it? Were you like actually in the real world, or were you like in limbo world?
Yeah, I got blasted out to normal life. And I noticed that Zephyrus's body, when he met his demise, he was shot back out into the normal plane as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear your friend perished in this.
Yeah, but we talked to some
encounter.
people, and they just say we talked to his genie pal friend, and he's just like another plane of existence. So we got to go find that.
His
He's
body
lost
is
to the
here,
cosmos.
though. His body is still here. It's actually in his room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he doesn't seem responsive at all.
But he's not
Writing
decaying.
this all down.
I mean, he had like really soft hands, so that might like explain like why he's dead. I never met the guy. I just seen him.
I've just heard tale.
It doesn't do any work.
I heard that he's like plowed a tree before,
Interesting. Plowed a tree.
yeah, write that down.
Yeah.
Also, the warlock that we fought that was sucking souls and dispatched our friend, he was carrying a dagger. We were able to retrieve that dagger, and we have it as well.
You see this young mage's demeanor turn from kind of interested to very serious when you mention warlock and a magical weapon associated with that warlock, and they say, a warlock, you say, this weapon, this dagger, where is it? You have it in your possession.
No, we have it in a very secure area.
I see.
In a vault, a magical vault.
Magical vault.
He like
Perfect.
whispers to people and
Good,
things.
good.
He like talks to you,
Yeah.
Do you've
was there
listened to
anything
this?
that you remember specifically about being in the inside of there, Strummer? Because you had been dealing with this prior,
Right, yeah. Like I
You're
was like,
associated with this warlock?
oh yeah, like I think I am, right? Am I?
I see.
I can't remember exactly. What was that?
I'm going to need to talk with the Archmage about this. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Will you be at the Chateau de Magnus this evening?
Yes.
Okay, we will see you there. We will set up accommodations here. Come. They kind of mentioned to their cohort. We have some arrangements to be made. The school will be needing to identify this item and make sure that it is safe and out of the hands of any that might cause Usama harm.
Right.
I tried to identify it, didn't I? And I got bounced back.
I don't remember.
I think I tried to identify it, and I had to make a wisdom saving throw.
It was a roll to it, and it did not. You were not able to really kind of pierce through the.
I attempted to identify this dagger, but it has some.
Don't worry, we have the finest materials to be able to identify these things, and they kind of quickly leave.
Oh, wait. May I get
You're
your
not
name
even like
before
listening
you
to the guy.
leave so we can contact you later?
We will, we will be at the chateau tonight.
Oh Christ, they're gonna go there.
And they head out. Once you mention a warlock and the some sort of artifact, it seems like that is something very specifically that this school deals with.
Now, Mr. Ball, I don't know, like how people in like civilization talk to each other, but like I don't remember like an invite, you know. And yet they seem to have invited themselves, Mr. Ball.
Well, they're doing research. Research doesn't really need an invitation. Gaining knowledge doesn't really need an invitation.
Like, I guess you're right, but you know, I've just like anything that I've ever tried to research in the wild, like tries to kill me, you know. So like,
well,
so maybe we meet them outside with the knife, so they don't blow up the house.
Perhaps like they go into the vault and like we lock it while they do research.
Oh no!
Like,
we don't let them in the vault because then there's other stuff in there. Who knows what you know?
But like then there are prisoners, you know.
Yeah, but that's not a good look.
Why are you all so suspicious of people? I don't.
Mate, anytime people come into my forest and they try to research, like they've never asked permission, you know. It's like, when does it end?
But also, there's been like a lot of weird stuff that has happened since we started this adventure together that whenever it seems like it's going to be okay, it usually ends up being a weird dealy-do. So we might as well, like, you know, we met him for 5 minutes. So, you know, just sort of feel it out. And if he can't respect that, then, you know.
And they kind of didn't even bother giving the names. I mean, that's kind of odd.
Right, Mr. Ball? That's what I'm trying to say.
Now we're on
and,
the
like,
same page, Mr. Ball.
Rafirian makes, like, good points and all that, but, like, she's like an 11-year-old girl, you know?
Well,
like,
I mean, Ghostwise I forgot what it is. Ghostwise halfling of the age. Yes!
Like, no, like, I have no doubt that, like, Riff is, like, a great fighter and all that, but, like, what does she know about, like, research and all that?
Oh,
you know?
I'm a researcher. I have a family treasure. The treasure
all right,
of Aether.
I walked right into that one, I did.
And I have a specific researcher skill.
Yeah, I do like
Right,
that your background gives you the researcher background.
Oh.
She has proven
like
herself.
I remember now, like I wasn't there, like Zephyrus was, but he was. Yeah, you like going to the library and shit. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
You remember that as we walked by the library, I was like, I went in there and studied stuff.
Yeah.
She has
Are you
proven
guys
herself to be able to get the things
heading back
very
to
easily.
the chateau?
And can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I
you're
would say that we're
quieter than
having
us.
this conversation. I would say that we're having this conversation as we're walking back to the chateau, so we're not just standing around.
Yeah.
Do we want to check out the warehouse or no?
No, sorry, I brought it up, but let's get real. It's a radio show. We'll check it next time.
Well, also, like, I mean, we'd have to. I mean, I don't know what's going to be there and that sort of stuff, and it's later in the day.
And we're weekend.
I mean, I got no damage, but
Everyone is watching you too. You know,
That's because
you're
you're
the talk of the town right now. It would be hard to do anything covert at the moment.
Tell me this, DM. Is it possible that while we were having that conversation with those two acolytes or whatever they were, that my owl could have gone and surveyed the area?
Ooh, Drone owl.
Yeah. I'll say that you can kind of issue a command to the owl after 100 feet away from you. You lose connection to it, but it will try and track you down and let you know what it finds out.
Cool.
So, in response to Strummer, I believe that Riff has proven herself to be a very good researcher, good fighter, also a very caring and thoughtful person when it came to dealing with the Kenku, yourself included.
I've seen the book. Like, she's carrying that yellow book. It says like Kenku for dummies or whatever. Like, I approve. That's cool. You know.
I feel like she's proven herself quite good.
All right, boy. Like, I concede. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know. I'm just like new to the group. You guys like point me in a
just kind of
coliseum.
look at Riff and just kind of nod at her.
Right.
I do have
Get
that
back
book.
to the Chateau then.
Yeah, let's go back to the
Alright.
Chateau.
Yeah.
Chateau.
The what?
The Chateau, mate. You're trying to make a pun, you know?
The Chateau.
You guys make your way back to the chateau. It's about a hour and a half journey out there. Kind of as you're heading over the bridge. The water's running. It's kind of a nice day out. There was a storm last night, but it seems the skies have cleared, and you make your way to the chateau without issue. There's the fountain there, and the chateau itself. If you want me to bring it up on Roll20, I can. But what are you guys wanting to do?
When we walk by the fountain, I don't know if you remember, but I spoke Druidic, asking it to tell me its secrets.
Yeah.
Has anything changed? Has anything Druidic
Have the
decided
secrets
to-
come alive?
Yeah. Has it left
No,
any
not really.
messages on my voicemail?
It has not. No. And I actually had a question, Scory. The books that the spiders were trying to destroy.
Yeah.
How many of those are left?
A bunch.
You said that I got about a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many there were to get total.
You grabbed all of them. It was something
Okay.
like about 15. But I know you
Okay.
destroyed some.
Did I?
But,
I don't think I did.
You
Maybe
promised this thing that you would destroy it. I listened to
Yeah.
that and I was like, what a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
you
I don't
did
think
that
I've-
on the night we spent there.
15 out of 15 books still remain. Good to know.
But that is actually something that I thought of earlier today that I would
destroy
like
them
to
all.
do is read them and try to obtain the knowledge that I can from them before I destroy them. So if I can spend some time studying one tonight before I go to bed.
And I see. I had kind of been under the assumption that you had been doing that since you had grabbed the books.
Okay.
And I would say at this point you've kind of gathered most of the information that you think you could.
Okay.
Somebody else that was, I don't know, able to perceive more information from these kinds of books may be able to, but you find that these are all good descriptions of the habits of the local animals and plants around here in this region.
Okay. Anything particularly magical or fiendish or, anything out of just the normal spider or bird or
Right.
tree?
Yeah. So lots of the there's wolves and bears, there's deer, rats, things like that. Not a lot pops out. I would say there's mention of some odd fae spirits.
Okay.
That these books do go over, things that some of them that play tricks, and then some of them that give wisdom to travelers.
And is there like a location provided, like where they typically run into these?
Yeah.
types of
It
things?
kind of it goes over where they have often been found,
Okay.
and it's usually deep within the woods.
Okay. Like we're talking, I can't get there tonight kind of a thing.
You're not sure? Fey spirits are notoriously hard to track down when you're trying to find them.
Yeah.
But tend to be very easy to find when you don't want them to be found. You don't want to be found by them,
Right. And let me think about it.
Okay. Anybody else? You are back at the chateau.
Would there be any books in the library on like battle tactics that I might want to read?
Yeah, most definitely. There is about different kinds of styles. Is there anything you're looking for?
Axe grip?
Yeah, like how to make a better axe grip. I'm looking for the art of war. I don't know if that's in this reality.
That's a business book, bro. That's in the business section, dog.
Well, see, he's got it.
Oh, dude, that's a weak translation, though, dog.
How about this one then?
Oh shit, that's a better translation.
Yeah, just stuff about battle tactics and like how to optimize my equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah,
general fighting stuff.
I would say you spend some time and you find a couple of books that talk about how to equip for the hunt, basically. And they talk about things to focus on for different types of hunts. So like if you're going after like a werewolf, you will bring certain things versus if you're going like after a vampire.
Okay, gotcha.
You want to be able to set up camp and wait out a werewolf. And with a vampire, you want to be able to disguise yourself as you are, entering into social situations with them. You get a good read on some of those things. It's stuff you kind of know already.
Okay.
But you come across looking through some of the books up at the trophy room. Gaston's personal journal, which you guys have kind of looked at before, and you are flipping through it, and you see it's this section of it that has almost a letter to and from their son, and it's
okay,
to and from their son that details what it would mean to be the new patriarch of the house and how they would do that. And it's a very detailed description of how to hunt everything.
Oh, okay.
How to be prepared for everything, what to look for, what to keep on you, I would say that is the book you were looking for.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna read that intently before I hit the hay.
Okay.
You guys just showing your libraries?
Yeah. What's going on with these books?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Caleb kept going.
So I thought of some things specifically that I would want to look for through these books, if I could. I'm looking for helpful herbs and medicines to see if I can maybe bolster my knowledge on that, identifying local flora.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the books that you were told to destroy have information on that, and some of the ones that you were told didn't matter definitely have some information on that. Specifically, kind of in the arcane laboratory, there's a book about herbs local to the area and their benefits. So you'll be able to use that kind of in some sort of alchemy check if you wanted to.
Teach you all about it, dog.
Absolutely. And then also if there is any sort of information in these books that could kind of help me pick a more interesting flavored wild shape.
Gotcha. Okay. Wild shape. You'll think on that for a bit.
And by you mean
me,
you
in downtime.
Cool.
Because that would be something I need to put stats up.
Yeah, totally cool.
But yeah, no, I've got some ideas.
Awesome.
Turn into an elk, because they're so dexterous and graceful.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Is there a fireplace at the chateau?
There's a number of fireplaces.
Okay, I'm going to find one and start to build a fire.
Okay, easy enough.
I'm going to say to Mr. Ball, Hey, did you notice how, like, when we first got here to the library, there was a big spider, and then there was a bunch of little spiders, and then when we went to that tavern where I rudely ignored you, the logo was a big spider with a bunch of little spiders? Do you think that's any connection? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Could be some connection. I don't know if we talked to the proprietor of the business or not.
I wonder if the spiders look the same. Could I do a history check to see if the logo reminds me of the spiders that were in the library?
Yeah, give me a history check.
The way your voice went up at the end, you're like, what the fuck?
And he's smiling.
Yeah, why
I
not?
like this.
I mean,
Can I
I'm
give
trying
him
to
guidance?
think. Did they? No, you're making a fire.
Okay.
Yeah, you're making a fire,
He's
dog.
talking to me. Can I give him guidance? Or she's talking to me?
It's all
just
good,
see.
guys.
Let's
It's
just
all
see.
good. I got an 18.
18.
Yeah, 12.
Like somebody cast cantrip in front of me, but that's just me.
The spiders on the spiders tavern didn't look like those ones. The tavern has very generic looking spiders.
What a coincidence.
Like name brand spiders.
Like generic brand spiders.
Pro
Not
wing
like-
spiders.
Yeah, select spiders.
Yeah. Not spiders with brains in them.
I wrote that note down because I think that was just on the episode that came out this week as I was making notes, and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's a connection. I'm going to bring it up. And farts.
Not that I know. There might be. I'm not sure.
You got to get stats on it.
I want to check in with Willem and
Okay.
see how Zephyrus is doing.
Yeah, and so up you kind of pass by Wolf who's going through that journal, and Willem and Zephyrus are in the master bedroom. Willem is kind of tending to him, just making sure he's comfortable. He kind of he looks at you as you enter the room. Ball, sorry. And she just kind of stands up, a bit startled. Sorry.
I would too.
How did the tournament go?
We won.
Good. Zephyrus will be happy to hear that.
Yeah,
He just kinda
sure
looks at
he had
Zephyrus.
some money on it. Wish I knew who he betted with, but
Oh, yes. He probably would have wanted to bet.
there might be some issues with a friend that he made. I believe it is it Adrian?
Adrian, I think he mentioned Adrian, the bard in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took Zephyrus's appearance and went and spoke with the lady of Twirling in his place. Seems
Oh,
like it could be a bit of an issue to me, but I'm not
yes.
sure what to do about it exactly.
Yes, no, that he took his appearance.
He
That's-
seemed to cast
that's-
the disguise self thing that some people are able to do.
Why? Why would he do that? This is
I guess he thought Zephyrus is a cool guy.
okay. So there may be someone that looks like Zephyrus out there.
Yeah.
That seems Willem kind of like looks down at Zephyrus's kind of like charred looking body, and he seems already overwhelmed, and that's even more overwhelming to him. He's having a hard time processing that. Willem
Are
seems
we
just
gonna break
more and
this
more
guy?
lost, kind of without Zephyrus, and in this limbo state. Like he's not grieving yet. He's like he seems to just be trying to I don't know, trying to do something.
Trying to process.
He's trying to process. Yeah, but he doesn't know what to process at this point. He asks,
is there-
should I do anything if he shows up?
If
Is he going
there-
to show up?
If there's, I know Zephyrus isn't close to his family and didn't have many other people, but if there's anyone else that you know that may be able to come and maybe help around the house, someone that would know about Zephyrus's condition.
Oh, if you guys won the tournament, I could hire people. And like things start clicking in his head, like these like things he can do now. It's like, I could hire staff. We have an inn with the lord and the lady now. I could petition them, and we could get bodyguards. We could get guards out here that do a watch every day.
Yes.
And my birds, they'll be watching.
Yes, they have been, which is weird.
We're
We're pals.
We can build a nest on the roof for them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yes,
I think they're already posted up on the roof.
Yes, we'll have cages to put them in at night.
I can talk to Chim. He's seems to be a bit standoffish.
What has he been doing while we were gone?
He's been just locked up in the library and the arcane library or laboratory, working on something. I don't like talking to him. He's weird, and he's the cause of this. And he kind of gestures towards Zephyrus.
I don't believe he's the cause, Willem. I think he might
He's
be
the one that did this.
I believe he might be a victim of whatever actually hurt Zephyrus here. I think he's in the same boat, and he's trying to do what's right.
Well, when Zephyrus comes back, then I'll believe him. But until then, he's the one that caused all this, as far as I'm concerned. Ball.
We'll definitely work on getting Zephyrus back. It's going to take some time, and Jimmy's one that can help with that, I believe. We have him working on it. We also have a couple of people from the college, or from Usama, coming to visit.
I see.
Either tonight or tomorrow. They want to take a look at the dagger and investigate the portal, and maybe they'll have some additional answers.
If they want to take it, give it them. I don't want that in this house anymore.
It concerns me.
Yes.
It really concerns me, especially after what happened with Scory. Or not Scory, what's his name? Strix. Especially after what happened with Strix and whatever the creatures are in the basement trying to get at it. I would kind of like it to be gone as well.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
So we meet him outside.
If I could, since Willem's gonna try and find bodyguards and people to help around the chateau, could I suggest to him that a good place to recruit is you could go to the lords and ladies, but a good place to recruit would be at shrines to Cord, where people pray, and tell them that the champions of Cord would like to, use your services to
cheap.
Well, Willem kind of looks over. He says, "Yes, no, of course. Do you happen to have a symbol of Cord?"
Yes, I always have a symbol of Cord on me, and I pull out in my little satchel. I've got it's like a huge. It's just filled with medallions of Cord.
Hell yeah!
I've got a bunch, and I'm gonna give them to you.
Might be better if you put it on paper, mate. I hear that paper's rather.
And Willem's kind of looking at the medallion and says, "Oh yes, no, all the paperwork will be done. Of course." And Willem goes to the kind of the master study and begins filling out paperwork. He is writing letters to nobles and he now kind of has a path forward. It seems. If he thinks that the lords and the ladies, the nobility, knows of Zephyrus, and so that's his in. He can do things for the chateau now.
Sick. We're gonna get ourselves a little army.
And I'll inform him too. I'm I'm friends with the nobility's kid, and the older sisters know me, and they were there and they watched us kick butt. So
that's right. The Zephyrus is owed a favor by the young lord.
Yeah, he is in our favor. So there's that whole thing as well. All right, Mr. Wolf.
We will have to either be invited over to their.
Oh, I can make that happen.
We may have to invite them over to ours. We'll have to have things look a little better than they do now. And he kind of looks at
easily done.
Water dripping from the ceiling.
You just tell me when it's all fixed up, and I'll make it happen. I'm pals. I can just show up anytime I want. Me and my buddy, it's all good.
Perfect. Yes.
If you would like some help writing the letters, I have quite a bit of skill in that.
He's really good at paper.
Fancy.
No worries, no worries, Ball.
I also can make what are those the wax
origami?
I can make a special wax seal.
You see, Willem is this is one of the skills he has. He is a bureaucrat. He knows how to do all of the paperwork necessary. He has the Magnus wax seals. He has his own wax. You notice that even taking a look, you would notice this the seal that Zephyrus and Willem uses. You don't think looks normal for a seal. It seems that's been changed a bit of graffiti added onto it, like a little lightning bolt somewhere it shouldn't be.
Well, Willem, if there's anything I can do, know that I'm here. I wanna make sure Zephyrus is taken care of, and all of the people that he cared about is taken care of. Yeah.
And Willem looks over to you. He says, "Don't worry, Ball. We will do that. We will all do this together. And when Zephyrus is back, the house will be in order, and his name will be on the lips of everyone in town. It'll be the biggest surprise he's ever seen. And you see Willem smile. He's excited. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything anybody else wants to do before kind of the end of the day, before heading off?
I do have one more small thing. I want to go into my room and pull out the 2 sets of armor with all of the writing on it from those thieves. The thieves' cant writing on the 2 armor, studded leather armor. I want to take those out, and I want to take off my armor and put on a set of those and see what's that magic that I can't quite understand through identify.
Through the thieves' armor. Gosh,
I've been wanting to do this for a while. I just keep on forgetting.
I mean, it seems like it has been a while because my brain is not remembering much of the thieves' armor.
The 3 dwarves that were...
Yeah.
They both had studded armor with thieves' cant writing on it. And you said it did seem to have magical properties, but I couldn't identify it. So I just wanted to try to put one on and see what it does.
Gotcha. And just kind of attune to it for an hour.
It's going to take like 2 hours because I have to take off my armor, which takes an hour.
Oh, hilarious. Magician. I may have to get back to you on that one, Milo. Okay.
That's all.
But you find out the magics of it. Anybody else before the night comes to a close?
Whatever book I'm most familiar with, I want to toss.
Okay.
Into the fireplace.
Kind of begin that ritual.
Yeah, and before heading off to bed, I do want to go up and inspect the vault where the knife is, just to see if anything's been disturbed. I put
Yeah.
There was a shrub in a pot that I put druidic on.
Right. So you head up or head down to the vault. The vault's on the first floor. And you see that bit of druidic on the plant, and it has been cut off. And you see Strix just cross-legged sitting on the floor looking at the door, just intently looking. And you can tell that there's been some kind of scratch marks to try and open the door to no avail. And Strix just kind of looks up at you and looks at the door.
I say, can I help you, Strix?
And he just looks up at you. I need what's in the door. In a weird voice that does not sound like Strix, and it sounds like it's coming from elsewhere. But we'll go ahead and pick that up next time. Thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been your DM, Alex. To my right, I have...
Dash is Thrakis.
Bentley is Referi and Night Meadow.
Rhett as Strummer.
Caleb is Scory.
And Milo is Ball.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.